Yes. So when we say associate level, so associate level training is like it covers like basically around 10 plus services. In that, 4 to 5 services are like main services where we'll use day to day, and a few service you might not use because if you're coming to development, the thing is that AWS is like this is it's like an console where you will just log in with your username and password. Once you come in, you can see these are the services which I'm recently used. So in this, you might not use few services, you might use few services. So that depends upon your role and how you work for the company. If you're a developer, they will give like developer related access to you. If you're administrator, then they will give like administrator level of access. It means like you will giving access to developers or testing team members, other team members. So that's totally different. So I'm just going to explain on this. So these are the services AWS. So when coming to AWS, will be associate level, we'll be covering users IAM. So IAM, which is based on like users and groups. So let's take that. I'm just going to start in a company and I'm hiring you as a developer. Then obviously you are. This is in a cloud-based project. Then obviously I have to give an access to you. It means I will go to this IAM. This is I will just explain in depth in when starting the class. These are like basic things I'm just saying. So in legacy, we used to say users and groups where we were using Microsoft Active Directory. So based on that Active Directory, we will install and there we will add users and we'll put add groups. So here is like we use IAM. So if you come here, you can check it. We'll have like security and identity. You will have see, this is the IAM, so manage access to AWS resources. The thing what we'll do is here, we'll just create a user using his email ID just by giving a name. And once creating the user, we will give access, whatever access required to him. If it's a developer, we'll just give developer related services. We'll just give access. It means we will not give any full access. It's like granular level access. We will just giving based on what is required, we'll just give it, because if you give full access, he can do whatever you required. So this is for IAM. And for storage, here we are using S3. So S3 is the thing we used to call simple storage service where we will use it. Here you can see. And this is for S3. Other than EFS and FSX is there. So EFS is like it's a file system where you can mount in Linux. And if you want like a network drive, you like a common drive to be added in the Windows, then you will be using FSX. So these are advanced topics, but basic is that S3. S3 is like the thing is that you might be using Gmail. There we have like Google Drive. So in the Google Drive, you can upload whatever stuff you require, either like any ISO files or like any documents or like any compressed files you can upload. Likewise here, S3, you can do whatever things you can upload. So this is storage level. In storage, we have like storage is coming like you have like storage classes. The storage classes means in order to reduce your cost, you have like you can push it your data to archive. Here we used to say Glacier, but when we in legacy we used to say archive. Archive means you are just keeping in as like in a separate place where you not be using for a couple of months or years like that. So here we used to say Glacier. So by moving that, what will happen? The cost this will be low. So even the cost price also you can work on it. And next is like compute. So it's like virtual machines. So here we used to say compute. It is a virtual servers in the cloud. EC2 means elastic cloud compute. So these are virtual servers. If you want like the thing is that this is very famous among developers because let's assume you're in a freelancer and you just picked up a project which is for only just 6 months, and but in order to develop the code and present to the client, you need an uh, laptop. So you need with a good configuration in order to run those code and show the demo. So for just 6 months, you cannot just invest so much money on your laptop. So for that, what you can do is that come to here, you can create that virtual what configuration is required, you can create and you can start use it and you can use for 6 months and after that you can terminate it. There won't be any like capital investment, only that you're going with like operational is like even here is like these servers are like pay as you go. If you run for 24 hours it will be charged for 24 hours, but if you run for 10 hours per day then it will be charged for only for 10 hours. There won't be like the thing is that if the server is running then there will be charge. If server is in stop state, there won't be any charge. This is the very beauty thing because this is the popular among developers. The thing is that in 6 months, the thing is that you are just sitting like morning 9 to evening 7 or 8. And in that time, the servers will, when you log into the console, you can start your machine, connect your machine and you can work and you stop it and you come next day. So what happened? The cost saving has happened here. And also instead of purchasing new laptop or like that, you can just, I hope like 1/4 amount will be happen. So this is very popular among the developers. And next, the thing is that the beauty of the cloud is that previously there was like Linux administrator, Windows administrator, and what can I say, network administrator, storage administrator, so many administrator, different things. But once the cloud is there, everyone has to know what is what, because inside the cloud I cannot keep for separate engineer for separate thing. So I'm initially when I'm started I was a Linux administrator, but once I'm getting to the cloud I just used to work on networks, storage and Windows, whatever things is that I used to get with it. So that's the beauty of the cloud, where you can have all hands on. And also the thing is that you have 12 months free trial in AWS. You can start use it and practice for 12 months. You have enough time to play around with the cloud. Next is come like even containers. You might have heard about like Docker containers. So containers are also here, registries, you can use it here, but these things doesn't cover in the associate level, because when coming to the associate, the syllabus is different. And databases we will cover. So we have like now there are so many databases. So databases like SQL, NoSQL, those type of SQLs are there. Here is like VS like RDS, DynamoDB, LST cache. It is used for in-memory cache, and also like Neptune. This RDS is the thing where you will use. Here we have like 6 engines. 6 engines means they support like MS SQL, MySQL, Postgres, and also like MariaDB and a couple of things they support. Here we can create the database and we can connect to the instance. The thing is that in legacy, what we used to do is that we will launch on a machine. In that machine, we will install the database. So if anything has happened to that virtual machine, the database will go down. Here you can do the same thing on top of the compute. It means virtual EC2, but here they have given like separate database. It is called as a platform as a service, we used to say. Cloud is categorized into 3: IaaS, infrastructure as a service; PaaS, platform as a service; SaaS, software as a service. So platform as a service means the thing is that only you have to choose your database engine, what hardware you require, and you can use it. It will ready in 10 minutes. The thing is that you no need to worry about whether the database installing what name operating system, whether it is Windows or Linux. It is not visible to us. Everything will be managed by AWS. So even if you felt like Dilip, I want to go with multi-AZ, I need standby in case happen to one of my database, because database is the main thing. If it goes down, until it is back, you have to wait. You can have like multiple things, multi-AZ. So standby, you can have those setups are available in now. So whatever I'm just saying is in AWS, the same thing is available in other cloud, GCP and also like Azure. And I'm just coming to the network thing. Network have like network and content delivery. So content delivery is like, so this is the VPC where you will have like, you have to create network setups for the cloud. So this is for this per account. So whatever in CIDR range, it means what IP range you create, it will be only to applicable to your account. Here you will be just creating so many of stuff. So this is the base thing. So without this internet, without this network, you cannot create any virtual machines, because while you're creating virtual machines, it will sit top of the network. It is the backbone of the virtual machine. Even for database, for S3, it doesn't require anything. Since storage, it is, you can do it, but storage and database and compute, it required VPC. And next is the like CloudFront. So CloudFront is like, let's assume that you have your website in US, which is like for local customers, and slowly your business is expanding and you want to move it to like North America and South America. You want to spread over that. So in that case, we don't need like, it's not like we have to replicate the same infrastructure in the another like North America, South America. It's not like that. So what you can do is that we have like content delivery network. So where all your servers will be spread, where it is like a catchy server. So this is one of the content available in AWS. And other than so many Route 53, the thing is that if you want to manage your DNS, you can purchase your DNS domain name inside this Route 53. I think popularly is like there are so many Namecheap and GoDaddy, those stuffs are there, but AWS has their own. They bring it up here. Route 53, you can manage your domain and host, whether it is you need like an internal or like external. Internal is inside your organization, external, which is like open to the world. These things are there. Apart from that, you have like management and governance. So whatever resources are deployed, I want to check whether it is compliance or non-compliance. Let's take one example. So whatever servers are created, I want to make sure it is encrypted. Disks are encrypted. The storage, what are the files I put into the storage, I want to make sure it is encrypted. So these things are, you can just do it. On top of that, the one big thing is that CloudWatch. So whatever you create in the cloud, you need to monitor it. So you're monitoring your applications and resources, everything. We have like central dashboard here. You can create multiple dashboard. And whatever services you want to add or resources or like applications, you can add it and you can monitor from the centralized thing. So you can monitor your servers for per second. So what is happening, and even you can push all the logs to centralized area. That is in a separate, in CloudWatch, you have like log group. You can push all your logs and you can just look into that. Instead of getting into your machine and checking each and every time, you can go to that log group. You have to push it, those logs to this log group. From there, you can able to check. And this is another important service, CloudTriad. So the thing is that if I'm the person using this AWS account, it's okay. So whatever has happened, I'm the responsible for that. But what if there are 5 to 10 members using this account? So I'm give access. You have created one resources, another guy, unfortunately, he deleted, but we don't know who deleted, right? For that, we have like tracking this. So based on, that's the reason we are creating users. We are creating users and giving individual credentials for each member. So when whatever they try to do in the AWS console, everything is recorded in the CloudTriad.